Hello folks, this is Audiotron 1003 and this video is about how I've modified the 42024 container truck or skip lorry. First of all, I'll have a quick look at the original. The back of the cab is see-through. The skip itself or container has lots of crossbars. It's got gaps in the side. And there's a crossbar connecting the chains to the two uprights. Well, and the other thing about this is the hazard warning panel is on the top. So what I've done first of all is I've taken the side and I've trimmed off some of these, the same there. I've reduced the height because it's too high for the width. I've also put the hazard markers in the correct place. I've extended the base by using 13mm grey beams to close up those gaps that were there. Using small blue beams, I've filled in spaces sort of there and there to make it enclosed, and I've removed all of the crossbars because they just look ridiculous. Anyway, to show you how I've done this, I know it's a bit controversial, but I thought, well, the needs must. I took a blue panel that I purchased from Lego and I scored with a knife inside there and there, and then cut it like so. So there's the other side, and using 2 pins connected it to the main panel, and then attached it all together and pinned it as you would normally do, like so. Okay, so if I take this one out, so basically there's the pins. Okay, and that's pretty much all I've done. I've taken the supports away because they looked a mess, and that was that. The other thing I've done is I've taken the chains, I've adapted one of these, I've basically shortened it so that, if I can't get this thing out now, shortened it so that it doesn't stick out too much and the chains can swing freely just like they would do on a real truck or lorry. The other thing I've done is I've taken a spare panel, filled in the back like so, filled in the gaps here with half beams, taken these fittings out, filled in the whole gap with a 11mm beam, and then just simply reconnected the mirrors with a simple pin like so. This is the axle and the wheel that turns the driving wheel, if you like. Well, what I've done so that I could do this, I took a longer axle. For example, here's one, it's not as long as it should be, and I simply pushed it all the way down to the base, and with the extending part of it, I had a sort of like a 16mm axle. I simply cut off the surplus so it didn't stick out. The last thing I've done is I've taken the hazard lights. They weren't very tall, so what I've done is I've added an extra one to make them a little more noticeable. That's pretty much what I've done. Basically, I wasn't too one more thing I've done. I had a few problems with the control gear. So what I've done is I took it all away and I simply replaced it. If I can take this off. I simply replaced it with a simple 3M pin and a small black beam connector. just to hold it in place, and if I want to change the settings I just simply do this. I had, like I said, a few problems with the original settings. It was catching on here, and also to tidy this up I simply added a couple of these just to make it a little more smarter. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I hope this has given you some ideas. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.